I got to figure out.
Oh, I'm gonna mute this. We're gonna start talking then about it, right?
We're gonna start talking so hard about it.
Gosh, should I really post it on Facebook?
I don't know, man. Look it up. There was a name attached to the picture when I saved it, but I don't know what it is now.
Anyways, we shouldn't be looking at this because of the delay, but Nima,
Remy?
what did you think of the movie? Just one word kind of answer right now. Now.
Meh.
Meh? Okay.
Yeah. No, and not meh in a bad way, just meh in a compared to what I was expecting.
Oh, you were expecting more than that? You were let down a little bit?
Yeah.
It was more than meh for me. It was like awesome. It was like, yeah, okay, this is cool.
Okay, so what did you like about it? What did you not like about it? Like, what made it awesome for
The
you?
epicness of the scenery was like, that was amazing. Again, the spaceships are looking cooler. The planets are looking cooler. Every explosion stuff's looking cooler. I knew I was not going to see much lightsaber fighting,
Okay.
obviously, but I would have liked some more. But again, the Asian dude with his the blind guy with his stick was pretty cool.
The one that, I'm one with the Force and the Force. I'm with the Force and the Force is with me, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like them a lot.
It was a little preachy, but it was cool. I felt like the gosh, the Force Awakens was not really a story. It was like the beginning of a story, right?
Okay.
Rogue One was a story because it's like, opening and it ends. Everybody, but spoiler alerts, by the way, we need to write that in the description before we spoil it for anyone.
Go ahead.
You gonna do it?
No, I can do it. You can keep talking.
The storytelling, I think, was decent, but they went too fast on some things. I like when all the characters, went away.
Dude,
by
you
the
gotta
end of
be...
the movie, like slowly, when they slowly,
They're dying? You mean... Is that what you mean? When they...
We should spoil it for
went
anyone who
away.
hasn't seen it.
Dude, we put spoilerific in the title now. So yeah, we have to. You're talking to me.
Where is it the title? Where's the title?
It's Rogue One, a Star Wars story, spoilerific. I just added spoilerific to the title. So.
It doesn't. Well, yeah, but the link I put on Facebook does not have that. It's not updated.
Well, that's it may or may not never update. You never know.
Well, then we're a dick if someone's like.
No, they'll be fine.
So everybody dies at the end. That's cool. I thought that was great, but I didn't feel bad for any of them. It's like I didn't really have time to connect with anyone. Not even the main girl.
Yeah, I agree. She didn't do anything for me. Like
it was like everybody's dead movies. Or I was like, that was cool.
I was attached to all the characters almost except her. Like her dad was awesome. Yeah, I liked her dad.
That was cool. He's in Casino Royale. He's a bad guy. I love this guy. Le Chiffre.
Okay, so I feel like I want to. Okay, you told me. Did you not tell me? Or I feel like you did tell me.
We didn't talk about this movie at all so far.
No, I feel like you did. I feel like you mentioned one thing, and I went into the movie accepting that one thing, and nothing came up.
What did I say? I
thought you said we find out who Rey's dad is. Rey's parents are.
No.
Who told me that?
Well, because I read it somewhere that it might be true, but because it makes sense chronologically that she could be.
But she dies. Like
I know exactly. But in the trailers, in most of the trailers, you have this scene of her on top of the satellite thing, overlooking the tropical fighting going on.
Okay.
And there's a TIE fighter that just gets up right in front of her on the.
Oh really?
Leg. Remember that in the trailer?
I don't remember that, but I mean the trailers are playing on the side, so if it comes up, I'll let you know.
They took that out in the actual movie, and I'm thinking the TIE fighter was there. It was probably the Diego guy with the mustache. He was probably. They probably were gonna make him save her at the end, like that by getting into this TIE fighter.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, why didn't they do that? Why didn't they go on with that plan?
You could absolutely be right. I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. But then I was thinking maybe they couldn't figure out how to have someone jump up into a TIE fighter while they were.
It just came up. That scene that you were just talking about. It just came up, and I just saw it. Oh, you're totally right.
Yeah, so that scene was not in the movie. And I'm thinking she was going to be saved, but they decided to reshoot something and kill everyone.
So yeah, they did have massive reshoots, like massive reshoots.
Why?
I mean, it's probably normal for a movie this size. It probably is. But I imagine because as part of reshoots, there was rewrites as well. So you're totally right. they probably shot that scene, edited for a trailer, and when they went back to reshoot, they took it all out.
Yeah.
Because
I'm glad they did that. I'm glad they just died at the end because it just closes the thing. It was a cool little like sci-fi, really cool fighting thing. Gosh, the space battles, man, love them.
they were really good.
There is a few things I hated, but we're gonna get to that later. What else did you like? You probably like the sceneries and stuff too?
I love the scenery, but man, this is out of all the movies this guy has made. I forgot his name. We should probably look it up. This is the least pretty out of all of them. Like. This is such
You're saying he usually makes prettier movies?
Yeah, like, is this not the guy that made Godzilla?
Oh, I think you were telling me about that. Let's see, who made Rogue One?
Because I feel like it is the guy who made Godzilla.
Directed by Gareth Edwards. Okay, well, yeah, but that's interesting.
But I mean, he might have also limitations as far as what he can do. Like, he may not have as much freedom.
Yeah, probably not. But
so
I just feel like the storytelling was kind of like lax.
In what way? Explain what you mean.
I could not connect with most of the characters.
Do you think it's because you like know the Star Wars story really well, right? Like you at least you know what happens in every single movie, right?
I know who in what single movie.
Like, you know what happens in every single Star Wars movie, right?
Kind of. I'm not a freak fan. I just
no. Like you know the story. Like, you know over the overarching story.
The basic story. Yeah.
Do you think your perception to the story being meh was because you knew what was going to happen?
Well, I knew the story was them getting the plans back, so everyone that knows Star Wars, like, understood that, but. The content of that happening was great. Like the space, again, the special effect, the X-Wings, all this the cool Star Wars stuff was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how they spend the time and energy to make the scene with Leia at the end?
Yes.
And spend the time and energy of making the CGI also of the commander guy from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I completely dislike this.
Really? Why?
I can appreciate why they're doing that. It's cool, but I did not like tickle me fancy at all. If that's
both of them equally, or like, because the general, I don't remember his name. That was when I was like, oh, they're gonna make a CGI thing. Oh, look, he's a CGI thing. I mean, it looked good, but when Leia came about, that was really nice for me. Like, it wasn't amazing, but I was like, oh, look, is that going to be Leia? And it is Leia. I was like, oh, that's great. But it was horrible because at the same time, she had a heart attack and she's not doing well.
Yeah, I hope she feels better. Thoughts and prayers, whatever.
She was dead for like 15 minutes, man.
Oh, is she in a coma?
She's in the ICU. Whatever it is, like when I was reading on Reddit, when medical professionals were making comments about it, the general consensus is that this is not good. Like, there's no way a human being can come out of this okay.
So she's gonna die,
or she's gonna have massive like neurological impact because of being dead for so long. Like, they were saying.
I hope she's done shooting the other movies.
I mean, by the same time, like,
just for her own sake, for her own legacy.
But so I like that. I like the fact that they brought Leia back, and I assume is that scene the beginning of some other movie?
Yeah, that scene is the big. I mean, you see her and she says something smart, whatever.
Yeah.
The ship that she's in is the same ship that Vader, goes on to try right before she sends R2D2.
Oh, when they go
out.
The escape pods, like they were talking about the escape pods to get the escape pods. Right? Okay.
Yeah, she sends R2D2 out, and I remember she gets captured by him, probably actually. But that's what happened. As soon as you see the ship, and as soon as you see Vader's starship come by, it's like, okay, all right, I see what they're doing. For me, they didn't have to push it all the way to Leia's CGI face. That was like overkill for me. I was like, okay, I got it. Thanks.
So that's another question for me then. Oh wait, this is Mariah. May the Force be with Carrie.
Oh, may the Force be with you, Carrie.
Okay, Mariah, I really do need to watch all those older movies because I haven't seen them since I was like a teenager, if not even before that.
You should have before The Force Awakens. That's what I did last Christmas. I watched I did a marathon.
So that's my question. Who is this movie for? Is it for the people who have seen it, or is it for people like me who needs to go back and watch it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't think it's for the people who know like slightly more than the average person.
Okay.
So maybe it's geared towards again, Disney's trying to make a universe, right? To get more people,
Right.
get more money, I guess. So they're probably they probably made it for the masser kind of audience, the bigly audience. Bigly, get it?
If you had to compare this with New Hope, is it New Hope? The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. What do you think?
The Force Awakens.
What's
For
your
me, it's
question?
easily The Force Awakens. Which one would you?
Oh yeah, hands down.
So that's the thing is, as I was watching the movie and I realized what a good job everybody's done. Right, I'm gonna read your message in one moment, so I don't lose my thought. What a good job! Like I'm impressed that they're doing this. I'm impressed that they're taking a risk of doing a Star Wars movie that's not in the main canon, basically, of the Jedi stories. Well, what I'm realizing is that
Well, I mean, but Rogue One has been part of the. But before we throw words like canon around, I'm not even sure either of us understand exactly what that means.
no,
Because there's multiple Star Wars canons.
oh well, yeah, but there's only one. There's only one true one, which is the movies. Like no matter what the canons are.
Sure. But
No matter
Rogue
what the-
One, there's been video games about Rogue One. So the story that there's a group of rebel called Rogue One that went and stole the plans has been around for a long time.
Oh, sure. But what I'm saying is that there's a reason they hadn't made movies about it up until now. I'm realizing is, like, how exciting can these movies get when the actual big story seems like it's always going to be the Jedi's good versus evil
Right.
one.
Yeah.
So these minor movies, they need to bring him up to the same level of importance. And I feel like Rogue One didn't do that, but possibly because everybody knew what was going to happen. They're going to get this. They're going to get the plans. Like
Right.
that
Right.
completely defeats the whole dramatic purpose of the movie for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and well, I really think that some parts were, I don't want to say poorly acted because all these actors were cool,
Yeah.
but I feel like the editing maybe as far as the interpersonal communications and stuff happening was not super strong. And then, you know, because at the beginning you see the mustache guy, sorry, I don't know his name because I suck at names, but he kills his informant on that
Yes.
one planet.
Which was great.
So you're like, oh, it's like, all right, that was cool because I was like, all right, this is real. But then after that, it's like I didn't feel the same like way I did as in the beginning for him. So at the beginning,
agree.
you're like, okay, he's badass, but he's a bad guy. You figure out that he's a rebel, and they're trying to point out that, you know, it's not all pretty on the rebel side either.
I
They do
completely agree with
They do
that.
some bad stuff. And by the end, it's like when he's about to go kill her dad, you know, with a sniper.
Mhm.
That again was like, I don't think that whole sequence was done well enough. It was like I don't know. I just didn't.
You didn't feel anything for that scene.
I didn't feel. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, is he gonna get him? Oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? Or she's going after him. What's gonna happen? I was like, okay, all right,
Right.
all right. Well, I gathered that.
I think the beginning, having him kill an innocent person, basically,
Yeah.
was a really good move. It was
Yeah,
amazing,
it
and they
was.
should have
But
kept it up.
They should have kept it dark like that.
And
Yeah,
then,
totally.
but what they did is that immediately afterwards, like, nope, don't. He's a good guy. Don't even worry, guys. He's gonna
Yeah.
be fine.
Let's read what Mariah
That's
said.
what I'm doing right now. This is for a new generation of Star Wars fans. The grittier new style plus the nostalgia of older fans. I agree with that. Yes, and they should keep it up. And Rogue One. Oh, really? Mariah likes the Rogue One more. Did you guys see it together?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she loved it.
Oh, hold on. I'm getting a
But
call.
the
That's
World War II movie
completely
kind of
unprofessional.
look to it totally. It was way more brutal, like in the trenches, you know, rebels fighting
Stormtroopers and stuff. That was really cool. But then they make the Death Troopers, and they're apparently supposed to be badass. They're not really badass. They're just like regulars. They looked cool.
Who are
They
the
had better-
Death Troopers?
They had better postures than the White Troopers.
Who are the Death Troopers? You have to.
The black troopers. They
That's
had black
racist.
armor.
Okay. The black armor. Who were
Not
they?
Finn. Not Finn.
Oh, they were. Which, by the way, who was the main antagonist in this movie?
Is the antagonist a bad guy?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
The main
Vader
one.
was in the background.
Right, but the main one that you
the
fall
main
through.
one that gets killed at the end on the pass roll there.
Mm-hmm.
Krennic.
So that actor is probably one of the best actors alive right now. He is unbelievable in every single thing he's in.
Where else is he in? He's really good. That's true.
He's in Blood Money, and he just does an unbelievable job in Blood Money.
I
No,
haven't seen
Bloodline.
that.
No, not Blood Money. Bloodline. Blood Money is a
The
different movie.
show?
Yeah.
The Netflix show, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, the
Gotta
Netflix
watch that.
show. I don't know about season 2 because I completely lost interest because the story ends in season 1. So I don't know.
You've been telling me to watch this for a while. Maybe I'll give it a
But
shot.
he's really good. But also, like, he does an amazing job. So those black troopers that you're talking about were his personal guards, right? Were his group.
Well, they were. Yeah, I guess the higher end commanders get some to protect themselves.
Right. So I feel like as far as the whole, and I do hope they keep this up because this portion of it was really good. Setting up a main bad guy who fits into the stories of the old bad guys, and his hierarchy was perfectly done. Like, he's evil, he wants to control the whole thing, but there's clearly people more powerful than him.
Yeah,
like that's a
and
really
and
good.
he's scared of them.
Right. It's a really good way to set up characters. It's a perfect way to set up a character. Like,
So-
it shows his weaknesses, his flaws, everything.
Totally. So you know his boss, not Vader, the guy that's over him.
The CGI guy.
That's the guy that gets killed by Darth Vader in the first or second movie of the. I think that guy gets killed in New Hope or the next one.
You know more than I do, man.
I think he gets choked by Vader.
No, he's not the guy that gets choked.
Yeah, the CGI guy I think gets choked by Vader later in the storyline.
This is awful. Does Vader choke more than one person in the old movies?
Vader just goes
Chokes
around
fucking
and chokes everyone. Vader just chokes everything. Vader is like, "Ma!"
Like some guy coming around the corner. Hey, Vader!
There was a cool scene where he chokes Krennic for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's not even looking at him. He's like facing the other way, and this guy's getting choked. He's not even raising his hand or anything.
This
It's like he's more powerful in this movie than the last one. By the way, when we first see Vader in the something tank, the Bacta tank or whatever, who's the person in the cloak that goes and talk to him to wake him up from his
Oh,
slumber?
I don't remember. I completely forgot who that was.
That guy, I've never seen that guy before. I don't know who he could be. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right. I think. Well, I mean, you're definitely right about that. This was meant to be more of a war movie, which I really, really appreciated, as opposed to being like a typical CGI like Star Wars movie. So I do like that, and I hope they keep it up. You see your wife's comment?
Totally.
Come here.
So what's the next one? Oh, you know what? Before I even ask, what's the next one?
Han Solo, yes.
Okay, so there was a scene which I appreciate that they're bringing characters back from the new trilogy too, to make sure that they're just continuation. So one of the senators is back, right? The
The women.
not the woman, but also the
The
Native American guy.
The guy.
I think he's Native American. I could be wrong.
Yeah, no, he's Captain Organa Organa, because
Sure. The tall guy. The tall.
yeah,
like,
the tall guy with
good-looking
the
dude.
mustache. But you know, at the end of when Obi-Wan kills Anakin and then Anakin becomes Darth Vader. At the end of that movie, Padme gives birth to Luke and Leia.
Right.
He gets Leia.
Right.
That's the guy.
So here's my question. Remember, there was a conversation. I don't remember the full extent of the conversation, but there was basically like the main lady was asking her, "Do you have anybody we can trust? Do you have anybody?" And he's like, "Or your Jedi friend or something like that." And he was like, "Yeah, I do." And then she says, "Do you trust them?" Right.
Right.
And I didn't catch the response. Did he say, "I trust her with my life," or did he say, "I trust him with my life"? Because if it's a her, who the hell is her?
Leia.
Leia's not a Jedi.
Maybe
Leia's
she
not
is.
a
No one
Jedi.
knows. That's been a question in this universe for a long time. Is Leia a Jedi?
So he wasn't hinting at Obi-Wan, because I thought he was hinting at Obi-Wan. I was like, they're doing it. They're gonna do an Obi-Wan movie. He's coming back. But then he said her. I thought I was like, oh, never mind then.
No, because Obi-Wan, you know. Yeah, I wonder. I don't remember what that. He was talking about Obi-Wan. Mariah confirms.
Oh, so he is talking about Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Okay.
he was.
So that means they're doing it. Like, they have to be doing it, right?
Yeah, but
Because why drop such a huge hint about something?
oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Because chronologically, dude, and you know what I'm super excited about this whole Obi-Wan movie coming out. Chronologically, it's gonna fit perfectly with like how old
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor, and he again was the best part of the prequels.
I agree. I
He
completely
was
agree.
he was like the only one who actually like like looked like he spent time making his character.
No,
It
I
was
think
perfect.
I think what's his name? What's Darth Vader's Anakin? Not Anakin, but what's the actor's name? Is it Ewan
I don't know. Mariah
Christensen?
knows.
Something Christensen, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he did a really good job. I think just he had a poorly written character for him. With
Yeah,
Obi-Wan,
he had a poorly what?
written character that he had to play. So I think he did a good job. Like he put all of himself into that character, but the character was this mopey kid that nobody gave a shit about.
Do you
Hayden
think
Christensen. Thank you.
Do you think his? I don't think so.
Do you think
man.
he's back? By the way, that's another thing I was going to ask you.
Why would he be back?
Who plays Darth Vader right now?
Some. I mean, not him because it's a mask. Anybody could play Darth Vader right now.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing. Is not everybody
Voiceover.
plays Darth Vader.
Yeah, the same guy who played Darth Vader in the past played him again.
The old
Is
guy?
whack.
No,
Yeah.
he's in a wheelchair. He's in a horrible shape. He can't
The
even
Force,
walk.
the Force can do amazing things.
That's a horrible thing to say. The Force definitely cannot do those things.
Maybe Darth Vader. No, I'm not gonna go there. Anyways,
I really like how they hyped up Darth Vader. I like how he just goes apeshit and just kills people in the most hardcore way, which I don't remember him ever doing in the past.
wait, I don't remember what part does he kill people.
Well, closer to the end of it, when he's trying to get the plans, when they.
Oh yeah, he just goes in that room and kills all of them. Yeah, that's right.
So does he kill people in that way in the old movies too? Because this was just insane. This is crazy, which actually fits the new trilogy, because in the trilogy, Darth Vader is supposed to be dark as shit. He kills kids.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like that. They were just too nice in the in the 70s when the first few movies came out.
I really need to watch those movies, but I keep reading that they're not that they're not good, but they've been changed. It's always a different guy in the suit. It's not Hayden Christensen in the
Yeah,
suit?
but the voice is what matters because it's a freaking suit. I could play the Darth Vader. You could play Darth Vader. You just need a tall guy, and then someone can do the voiceover, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. I mean, who's the guy who does the voiceovers?
Who cares?
You know what's, dude? You know what's sad is this movie. Which, by the way, it started with Fast and Furious 7 or whatever. I think 7. These movies are making it very clear that actors no longer need to be alive to be in movies.
Well, because of CGI. Yeah, but you know what? I was so freaking thrown off by the CGI humans in Rogue One. I did not like that at all.
Did you not? I think Leia was perfectly fine. The general was kind of Yeah, James Earl Jones.
I don't think, dude. Leia also was not. I mean, she was not really like she was so obviously CGI'd.
But she's obviously CGI because you know her. You know she's older.
Yeah, but that's my point is.
Ask a kid. Ask a kid who doesn't know.
Yeah, sure. But at the end of the movie, they did not have to go as far as showing her face to convey what's going on.
Do you know?
They didn't
I
have to.
agree. I agree, but here's the story reason why they had to. Because for somebody like me who doesn't connect the dots between the two movies at all, like I didn't know that the movie was going to end with, Leia at the beginning of the other movie. So when they show her from behind, right, she's wearing the traditional Leia outfit.
Yeah, her same gown or whatever.
I didn't immediately, my thought wasn't this is the traditional Leia outfit, because the other senator has the same exact outfit, just in a darker color. So I thought they were going to bring back that senator, and it took me a few seconds to realize, oh, they're talking about Leia, and she turns on. I was like, oh shit, it is Leia.
Oh, you didn't.
No.
Okay, all right, that's because you haven't seen those movies.
Right.
Because as soon as I saw the ship, I was like, oh,
dude, no,
this
I'm
is
not even.
Actually, that means.
Yeah, that's the
that
thing.
means, like,
You're in a whole level.
The whole Federation was like at the planet of whatever that planet is, the tropical island thing.
Yeah.
When the plans were retrieved. Actually, no, because they take off. I don't remember. Do you like the part where the Rebel have this small hammer-looking ship and they drive a dead cruiser into another cruiser? That was so badass.
Dude, this is something that you and I will need to get into. I will force you to get into. Spaceships.
I love spaceships.
Yeah,
we should have an episode just about spaceships.
In different movies and shit? Yes.
Yeah.
Dude,
like
I get
my favorite
massive boners for spaceships. Like, if they're
massive,
done.
just massive.
Yeah, right. You hearing this? Both of us, boners. So, dude, okay, Elite Dangerous, that's the main reason Pat and I play, is because of the different spaceships that you can control. So the fact that they designed every ship in this movie, I was like, this is perfect. Which I don't know. There's the X-wing, there's the A-wing. I don't know the difference between them.
There was there was some fancy like there was new ships that I don't think we've seen in movies that exist in the universe. Like there's been like toys or video games with them. Like I don't think we've ever seen a B-wing actually bomb something. I think it's the first time that's happened.
Which one's the B-wing? Is that the bomber group? Is that the group that only bombs in this movie? Is that the B-wing?
Actually, never. They were. I think there was a B-wing or two in the first trilogy.
I don't remember, but there was. So I think you're talking about the ships that like bomb not only the dad but also the shields, right? At the very end, closer to the end of the movie.
I think so.
Okay.
What was your Mariah, are we too loud?
No, I think she was talking about the boner thing.
Oh. Oh man, we had 4 viewers, now we only have 3. We had 5 at one point. Sad.
So
sad.
you were gonna ask me a question, I forgot.
Okay, so the most cool / mysterious thing that you'd like answer from this movie and or the Star Wars universe?
This movie, nothing. This movie, the only thing I got away from this movie is I really want them to do more. I wanted an Obi-Wan movie.
I can't wait. I mean, do you know do you think they have to take Ewan McGregor? They have to take.
No, they absolutely will. Like there's no way they will.
It happens between his exile and when he comes back to Luke, I'm assuming.
Right. And
it's before that. That's not cool. I'm not okay with that.
No, I mean he's made very clear comments, like jokingly, that there's plenty of time between these movies for them to do any story that they want.
Well, it have to be a really side story, but it'll have to be an important one. You know that Darth Maul is not even dead, right?
No, Darth Maul is dead. Darth Maul was split in half.
Darth Maul appears in both animated Star Wars things, Rebels and the one that was before that.
No,
Clone Wars.
So this is another thing is like, you know how we're talking about canon. So there's all those things, but the movies have acknowledged that they can get rid of any of that.
Disney is like, we can get rid of any of that.
Yeah.
Is it? But I think Disney's making Rebels too, and
no, they make it all of it. Yeah, but ever since they made these movies, they've acknowledged that the books, everything that's previous, they're not going to get rid of, but they said they can. Like they said, if they choose to, they will act new, basically.
All right.
Oh man. Okay,
So,
how about you? What's the most mysterious thing about this or Star Wars as a whole?
So this movie in particular. So I want to know, and I hope they kind of like hint more at it in later movies.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god!" You know the black guy, the rebel /
The terrorist,
extremist, whatever guy. He has the same technology for breathing that Darth Vader has.
Okay, is that why it makes a similar sound? Right.
He has to breathe, except
Right.
Darth Vader has it on his head all the time, in his mask.
Okay.
Same sound, which means same technology. They wouldn't bother making the exact same sound for him when he needs to breathe than for Vader.
Okay.
Since Vader just pretty much got put back together after he got slayed by Obi-Wan. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Because chronologically, with Leia being at least 20 years old or slightly younger than that.
What are you getting
20 years. I'm trying to... Really, what I'd like to know is why they have the same breathing technology. Where they got it from. Who made it for them? Did the extremist guy like help Vader?
No.
We never know. So that was like the most cool, mysterious thing in that movie that really like caught my attention. I was like, what? Same technology? It was pretty cool. Oh, we learned a lot about how lightsabers are made.
With the crystal thing.
Yeah, that's
We've
cool.
known that.
Well, kind of. They never really explain it in movies, I think.
I don't know.
Maybe they have.
But on the I've known like people that make lightsabers, and the people that make lightsabers make sure to always put a crystal inside because that's what powers it. Did you know?
People who make lightsabers, I mean, get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I want one. I would totally buy one if they were.
Yeah,
affordable.
if it was real.
No. I'm saying like as a prop. Did you know the prop was a flash? It's literally a flash that they use to make a lightsaber, like the old school movie camera flashes.
Sure, but how did they? I read this somewhere. How did they top it off in the movie? They edit it.
Oh, you're talking about the actual the laser point of it.
Yeah.
They've done it differently in different movies, but it's mostly been through in the back in the day, it was rotoscoping. I think it's what it's called, rotoscope, which is you go frame by frame, paint over it basically.
That sucks. Because back in the 70s, that must have been so difficult.
That's why George Lucas, I mean, as shitty as a filmmaker he's become, he's completely changed the movie industry single-handedly because he introduced digital editing, non-linear movie editing. He introduced visual effects on the scale. He's done all these things.
Gosh, the explosions in this movie, man. So good. So good. And it looks really, it looked like a war movie, period. It was a war
I agree. It looked really good, but man, he went from making Monsters, which was an amazingly gorgeous movie, and then he made Godzilla, another stunning movie. And this movie was just good looking. It looked good.
Okay, yeah, but like
the beginnings,
the opening scene.
Yeah, the opening scene was amazing. I completely agree.
Amazing.
Like everything with the opening was unbelievable, and the rest of the movie was.
But like the explosions, like the first time the Death Star like hits that city, not to destroy the planet, to like create this massive explosion. And that, I mean, the planet is pretty much destroyed at this point.
Right.
That was so good. Like I love those. And then the second time, like right before they die, they all die, man. They killed everyone.
I kind of hope that at some point, Star Wars does a thing where we care about the death of people more. And it's not just Star Wars. Most movies haven't gone us to that point yet.
Well, I think that's the main thing. You want people to feel.
Like Saving Private Ryan, the beginning, you feel the death of every single soldier that dies in front of you. You're like, this is awful. You're just sitting there in awe that all these people are dying in front of you.
I mean, maybe one day Spielberg's gonna, direct the Star Wars movie.
He's made it clear that he's not. But he's
That's
involved.
too bad.
He picked J.J. Abrams. He's heavily involved in these.
What do you mean he picked him?
Yeah, he was the one that's told the Disney producers, hey, this is crazy, but we should definitely talk to J.J. about this.
What?
Yeah. Like
But
he's not hands up.
Does that mean he gets paid?
I think he's involved like as a producer or something. Like they're so close, George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. Like he's directed some scenes and nobody knows which scenes he's directed.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like they are really close friends. He's heavily involved in the reboot of these Star Wars movies. He might be hands off now, but when they were doing episode 7, yeah, he was there. He was there at the meetings with J.J. Abrams when they were trying to pitch him to do these movies. Like he was at those dinner movies.
Gosh, it was good. I really enjoyed it. It was definitely more than that for me.
Mariah, do you not like Michael Bay? We will wait in silence until you answer. No,
you know what? It was kind of character driven, but again, it was, but I don't think they did it good enough for me, anyways, for my personality, because I was not able to connect that hard with any of them.
I agree, and I think part of the problem is when you have character driven stories, when you know what's happening to the character, there's no dramatic moment in the movie.
Yeah, but we didn't know. When a movie starts, you don't know they're all gonna die.
No, but you know. Sorry, not the characters, but you know they're gonna get the plan, right? So the most thing that happened in this movie is that they're gonna die. So in the Han Solo movie, what? He's not gonna die,
right? Same thing,
right? So with these stories, these sideway movies, they're gonna have to introduce brand new stories, like out of nowhere, that we don't know how any of them end, for it to be as good as the Force Awakens.
I think they're gonna tie into the stories that we know already. Yeah, like look how this one, how much it tied into the story that we already know.
I think they, as a business choice, they had to make it tie in. I think there's a reason that they chose this one as the first independent Star Wars movie, is because they said, for us to take a risk, it needs to be heavily tied to the main story.
Okay, so you think they're gonna be more likes for Obi-Wan?
I hope so. Which, by the way, the next one is not Obi-Wan. The next one is Han Solo.
Han Solo, yeah, that sucks.
Why?
Because McGregor is gonna get too old for this shit.
I assume. God, they haven't even announced it yet, have they? So they're not.
No, I think they have. I think Obi-Wan is after Han Solo, after Episode 9, pretty much. I think Obi-Wan's going to be there.
Wait, 9?
Yeah, because next summer is Episode 8.
So this coming December.
The one after that is going to be Rogue One.
No, you mean Han Solo?
I mean Han Solo, and then after that, Episode 9. I mean, if they stick to that, They might not, but who cares? They'll be fine. I just hope they keep looking this good. I definitely want more lightsaber in the next one. And if it's Han Solo, we're not going to see any, which sucks. But we're going to see a lot of Wookiee.
I don't care about Wookiees. Like,
I don't know, me neither.
are the Wookiees the small? No, the Wookiees are the big ones. I still don't.
But it's going to be the story of them meeting.
Oh, meeting. What's his name?
Yeah, Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
They're going to be saving each other's lives, and they're going to be like, "Oh my god, you're so awesome!" And then they're going to become best friends.
Mariah, Michael Bay's only good movie was The Island. I mean, yes,
That's a good movie.
It's a good movie, but here's the thing: nobody is as good of an investment as Michael Bay is when it comes to movie studios. He makes movies really fast, really under budget usually, and then they make a lot of money. Like
And he probably gets paid by the government to show their new toys.
Yeah, he does get paid by the government, and he gets paid
He does to make movies.
Yeah, he had a deal with Pentagon for like all the Transformers movies that were before the latest one. That's why you get all the planes and all those things.
Oh,
gosh. Yeah, man, like that's an advertising for the government.
Yeah, totally.
The same exact way where the Chinese government, I'm pretty sure, paid for the last movie is so they can be shown in good light and all those.
It sucks. We're gonna see a lot more of these movies now.
He doesn't make real films, but oh yeah, that's why everybody's acknowledging that. It's funny because there is something crazy like 30 movie screens being built every day in China as opposed to one every month here or something crazy. So the market is in China. So all these movies are trying to make themselves favorable towards China so they get to be picked to be shown in those movie theaters. Because it's just a crazy amount of money that you would get.
Yeah, again, it's product placement then.
Oh yeah. Same exact reason why in The Martian, the Chinese end up saving the day.
Oh gosh. I'm in a bad mood now.
Why? China's a country that matters. We can't be the only country that matters. Like
China.
For the last
China.
like, what is it, 30, 40 years, every movie has been America is the best thing ever. I'm okay with them changing things up, even if it's for money reasons.
As long as the movies are good and they're not trying to sell me products, I'm fine with it. Or try to sell me religion or anything like that.
They will always do that because they need to get paid somehow. But here's my question. Should we talk about the rest of the Star Wars movies? Should I watch these and we talk about them? Or is that pointless?
I think that's no, I don't think you should. But that's
You don't think I should what? I should watch them still.
Yeah, watch them if you want.
Right.
But do we do an episodes about them?
Okay, you know what? This scene that just played on the trailer, there was a scene in the trailer where she goes, "This is a rebellion, isn't it? Well, I rebel." That was not in the movie.
Was it not?
I don't remember it being in a movie at all. And it was a really well-written line. I expected it every single time she was in front of that stupid like green thing, and it didn't come up.
You're like, no. Oh,
dude, that's one of the worst things about trailers is when you see it, you mentally have all these shots that you're checking off as the movie's playing. And
yeah.
Which, by the way,
dude, I think
it wasn't in the movie. As far as I remember,
there was something close to that then. Because there is one part where everybody's like down, and she's like, "This is rebellion."
Yeah.
There's a part that
she's
like, "This is rebellion. Let's do this shit, guys."
I don't remember that at all. Oh, K2? K2, is that his name?
K2SO.
Loved him. He was great.
He was cool.
Who does his voice? Do we know?
I don't care about these things.
What do you mean? It wouldn't have been as good if it wasn't. I knew it was him. I knew it was Alan. I can't pronounce his last name. He does really good voiceover work.
Oh, that's good.
He was a robot in iRobot.
Oh, okay. He's just good at robot voices.
I think so. He's just a good actor, I assume. Oh, the planet being destroyed. Ah, so this was good. I love talking about Star Wars.
Star Wars is the funnest ever.
Have I asked you before if you had to pick between Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star Wars.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Star Trek, Star Wars is cool in the way that it's humanity in the future.
Right.
Star Wars looks at philosophy a whole different way.
Right.
And that's cool because they have lightsabers, and that's the selling point for me.
Oh, how cool was this planet, by the way? The planet with the giant statue that's crashed down.
Yeah, that giant statue is a giant statue of a Jedi because back in the day, long ago, on that planet was...
Is that the Jedi Academy?
I don't think it was a Jedi Academy. It was just like a place where because the Jedi versus Sith, even in the Star Wars universe, it's been going on for like thousands of years, and there's whole kinds of stories that have been written about that. So that's probably a wink to one of these past stories. But that big statue that has fallen was like part of this planet was probably super Jedi something.
Did they mention in this movie that the Jedi are gone?
I don't know. I think so. They got wiped out.
So in the old movies, is Obi-Wan supposed to be the last Jedi left?
Well, Yoda escaped as well.
Oh, Yoda. Which, by the way, somebody needs to explain the concept of death when it comes to Jedis. I don't understand it. It's confusing as shit. It's
Me neither.
like, why
Are
do
they
their
dead?
bodies
Are
go... Right. Why does Obi-Wan's body go away when he dies? Does that mean he just goes somewhere else and then...
He's out somewhere naked, obviously, because his robe is still there.
That's how the Obi-Wan movie should be. It should be more like a hangover. like it starts with him poofing to somebody else and like fuck.
He's like naked somewhere. He's like, ooh, what just happened?
Disney, we're full of good ideas. At any point, you can just tap us and we'll take over.
I know. Dude, okay. What's another? That's a great idea for the Obi-Wan story. Let's think of another one.
For Obi-Wan, do you hate Jar Jar Binks?
I'm sorry, who?
Jar Jar Binks.
I don't hate him. It was just like I could have gone without him.
He's so hated in the online community, and I don't get why.
I know because the first.
Okay, that was a kids movie. It's not supposed to be dark or anything. He chose to make a kids movie.
Well, it's Star Wars. Why did he choose to make a kids movie? To make money?
Probably.
That's screwed up, man.
So here's the difference between you and I. I'm always willing to accept whatever the creator wants to do. If they can do that, if they tell me what they want to do and sell me that, I'm all point.
No. Of course, not. Like that's fine. They can do whatever they want.
But they have to do a good job at it.
But first of all, do a good job at it. And second of all, try to still satisfy the other people.
Right. But at some point, you have to be like, fuck it, I'm making this movie. You know? You want
maybe he was trying to like get the kids to feel connected to Anakin when he was a kid and then grow the audience.
Yeah, but at the same time, he just... This is awful for him to say. He's a bad writer and bad director.
Yeah.
Like the script for those movies weren't done until so far into the actual production, which is insane to me. Like the art department was making shit and then he was like, all right, here's the first draft. Like it's kind of late to be doing those things.
Yeah.
You know what was a good kids movie? Not The Village. God, I forgot what that movie was. Oh, Lady in the Water. That was a good kids movie.
Lady in the Water.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan. Good talk, Remy.
Huh?
Exactly.
So, what else
Jar
we
Jar
talk
and his
about?
whole family. Okay.
I know. Mariah just took it a little too far. Calm down.
Wait, is she like next to you? Like, what's the logistics?
She's
of where you
in
guys
her study room to do some work. Obviously, she's working really hard.
It's a conversion of energy. We're going back a while. What are you talking about, Mariah? What's a conversion of energy? That place with
She's talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh. Do you have any ideas for an Obi-Wan movie?
So his movie, his energy is now a naked old man somewhere else in the universe. Cold.
The
alone.
main takeaway is a naked part.
Cold alone, but maybe not alone. Maybe he's just in a mall, crowded somewhere. Oh shit! I almost had him. Damn it! Where's my lightsaber?
Yeah, I don't know why. You know what? That's a major story flaw, plot hole in the Star Wars universes.
Where does Obi-Wan go?
Yeah, and why doesn't he take his clothes? And why is it?
And it's weird because Yoda dies. Does Yoda die the same way? Because he dies in his bed.
Yeah, he dies in his bed. But his body, does his body go away?
I don't think so.
So there's just one dude who teleports out and just like no, didn't even acknowledge it.
Maybe he's still alive. Maybe he teleported himself.
No, but remember he appears next to Yoda.
Yeah, I know.
His ghost form. This is ghost form. Oh, I can actually see. That's really cool.
What?
The fact that this camera doesn't capture at really high speed, so you can see the blend.
Fascinating.
Oh, dude, this setup is so amazing. Like, I can't. For me to see the edge of both screens, I have to actually turn my head a little bit. It's fucking awesome.
Sounds like a waste of energy. If you have to do this and this.
Really? This is a waste of energy to you? This
Yeah.
right here?
Yeah.
It's too much? You're not willing to give it this?
Actually, one of my I like the guy who's the pilot.
Yeah, the one that goes brain dead for like 2 seconds before they're like, never mind, he's fine. Fucking shitty writing.
He was cool though. He's a good actor, that guy. He's also a rapper apparently.
Everybody was great in it. Oh, you know who else is a rapper that's coming back? What's his name?
No, but you're gonna tell me.
Childish Gambino. What's his name? Come on, Mariah, you know this. I know you know this. What's his name?
I can't go to watch.
Danny Glover. Danny Glover. No, not.
Yeah, that sounds Riz Ahmed. That was
That was a
guy.
pilot, right? I think Danny Glover is a guy that's going to be in a Han Solo movie. He's also a rapper. He's really good.
Cool.
Good story. Oh, in case you care about rap music, Run the Jewel 3 came out a couple days ago or like yesterday. It's really good.
Who? What?
Run the Jewel 3. There's Run the Jewel 1, Run the Jewel 2, and Run the Jewel 3. It just came out. It's a mixture of this white rapper and Mike. Who was the Bernie supporter? Mike.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to follow this whole conversation.
It's a couple of really good rappers and producers. They made an album that's amazing.
Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon.
Donald Glover. Donald Glover.
Short guy.
Yeah, the short funny guy.
Dude, he's in
Community.
Home Alone. He's in Home Alone too. He's a bad cop in Home Alone.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about different people. What?
No, Danny Glover. Is it the black guy in?
They're both black. Both of the people that we're talking about is. Oh,
Okay.
see? Your wife knows Run the Jewel. It's so good. It's so good.
This culture stuff. If it's not Star Wars, it's like.
It's music, and it's really, really good music. And they usually have a good message, actually.
What, the Run the Jewel?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's really amazingly produced rap music.
Danny Glover was with Mel Gibson in Lethal Weapon.
The black guy.
So who's the young one then? But don't have her not walk away. Who's the young
Come
one?
here. Come here.
No, I'm not camera ready.
Oh, come on. I'm
Who
not
gives a
camera
fuck?
ready
Yeah,
either.
like either one of us are.
Gosh, dang it, women. Hi.
Hi, Nima.
Hey, who's the young one? She can't hear me.
Shit that you're saying right now.
Ask her. Just ask her. Who's the young one then? Who's the one that's gonna?
The young one is Donald, and they're not related.
Okay, so Donald Glover, right?
Yeah, Danny Glover was in Lethal Weapon. Donald Glover is the comedian.
Okay. Which one do you like more?
Danny Glover, I grew up with. Duh. Lethal Weapon is amazing.
I haven't seen any of them.
What the fuck?
I have not.
I can't talk to you.
See ya. Oh, what is this shit that's playing?
It's inexcusable. No.
I'm sorry.
Cool. Well,
Dude,
what
you
else?
should. I want to make you watch a documentary about the making of Doom.
Doom the movie?
No, not the movie. The game, the recent one.
What
I
is
haven't-
this? What is this? We have some weird stuff.
I have no idea. It's an autoplay, so YouTube just keeps playing. I noticed it and I stopped it. There's a portion where they hire a new team to come on board and redo the story because it didn't feel right to them. And it's amazing to hear these guys talk because they made the game, they made the gameplay, they made all these things, and then the last part that was left is a story.
What game are you talking about?
Doom.
Oh.
And Doom is not supposed to have, like, Doom 3 had a story, but the rest of them didn't. And it's amazing to hear these guys come to the conclusion that basically is, fuck the story. People just want to play the game, and they want to kill demons. And it's amazing to hear these guys explain it. They're like, everybody's on board. Nobody gives a shit about the story. They just want to kill demons. So why do we act like we want to shove a story down their throat? It's amazing. It's unbelievable. Like, the creative genius that these guys come up with. And one of them is a Danny Glover fan. This is where the story came about.
That's cool. It's kind of like John Wick.
Exactly. That is exactly what it's like. It's like it's not trying to be something
It's
else.
only trying to do one thing well
Right.
instead of 18 things,
Exactly.
because you can't multitask like that. All right, dude. I got to go to work. Unless you had another question.
No, I asked my 2 questions.
What?
There were the Obi-Wan and the main girl is definitely not Rey's mother.
No, definitely not.
No.
Unless she survived the blast.
Or she had Rey when she was like 13 years old. Also, something that's possible. Take that.
Well, hold on,
Disney.
no. That if she makes it out alive from that movie, if she had,
she
could still be Rey's mom.
Yeah, but she doesn't. So what I'm saying is the only opportunity for her to have Rey as a child is if she was a teenage pregnancy situation.
Or
Like,
someone was able to like come get her. Here's one thing I don't really understand. Here's one plot here's some like missing information that I might have missed looking at the movie, but when Governor Organa, the Mexican mustache commander guy,
yeah.
when he and the girl general talk about his friend, and she's like, "Can you talk to your friend?" He's like, "Yes,
Right.
I still have a friend."
Right.
What does he do? What is the point of that?
That's what I asked you earlier. I don't know because I thought they were dropping.
Maybe they sent him to go save what's her name from the planet that's exploding before, because we don't see them die. We do. We see the light.
Yeah, and Star Wars doesn't have teleportation technology. That's Star Trek. I literally had that thought. I was like, oh, they're gonna teleport him out. I was like, oh, nope, not the right movie. No, I think he goes to get somebody. He either goes to get Leia or goes to get Obi-Wan. One of those two.
But why would he get either one of them? Oh, I guess he gets Leia. Dude, it's not. I think he's calling for Leia, not Obi-Wan.
But the way the movie showed, Leia was there. Like, Leia wasn't just one of the ships,
Yes,
wasn't
but
she?
that conversation happens earlier in the movie.
Not that much earlier, no. Yeah, that's closer to the end of it, right? No? It's a third act conversation, I thought.
I think it was earlier, but
You know what we didn't talk about?
If they were talking about Obi-Wan, what would the purpose? What can Obi-Wan do right now? He delivered the babies. He's gone. He's in hiding now in Tatooine.
I delivered the baby. Obi-Wan personally went OBGYN and delivered the baby. No, I think the whole purpose of that conversation was to drop hints that they're going to make another movie that has nothing to do with these stories. They're going to make an Obi-Wan movie. I thought, but then at the same time, I thought he said her. So that's why I got confused.
He says her. I'm pretty sure it's Leia, because then Leia comes up because she knows the plans are going to get taken, and she knows, But they didn't know Vader was going to come by and try to steal the plans. That's why they're into R2-D2, and then they had the plans just fly onto Tatooine. Maybe because they knew Obi-Wan was there?
Wait, they're talking about both, don't they?
I don't know.
Because don't R2-D2 and C-3PO, I mixed them up. And don't they go to Obi-Wan in the old movies? Don't they go to the desert planet where Obi-Wan is? Fuck, never mind.
C-3PO is being built by young Anakin.
No, I'm not talking about the young ones. I'm talking about the old original trilogy.
Oh, wait. So
C-3PO...
R2-D2 gets found by Luke. He finds him because R2-D2 gets captured by those sand people who take him, and they do that, and then they sell R2-D2 to Luke at the beginning of the New Hope. And I don't remember how C-3PO
I have an idea. You should tell me roughly what you think those movies were. Not right now, just eventually. And then I should go watch it and see how close your memory is to actually how right.
Yes. That would be hilarious. I would just sit here and try to tell you as best I can the story logic.
Right. That would be unbelievable.
I don't think I'd be able to do it.
That's the whole point. Just trying to make up anything that you don't know with just fabrications based on what you absolutely think. You know what's funny is that I don't remember barely anything from those movies at all, but I do remember what I was eating when I was watching one of those movies. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. What were you eating?
I was eating the yellow dipping sauce that you can get from like Safeway and everywhere that you have with chips. And I remember it got to the point that I was all out of dipping, so I was literally going with my finger and just taking a dip out and just eating it that way.
Yeah.
Good story, right?
Let's do that. I'm down. I'm down to do that. That could be funny if you edit it right.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. That one shouldn't be live because it requires me to re-record it.
Right.
And then if I can, it would be even better to take the parts that you're just so off, like crazy off, and put them next to actually what happens. Oh God, that's a
But
good
how would
idea.
you do it? Like, so I would talk and then you'd edit real things in as I'm talking,
If I can do that, yeah, I would rather do that.
or you can be like, you can have little writings on the screen saying, "Wrong. This is what actually happens. Here's the scene," or something like that.
Right, or I can come back and we can have a discussion about, like, I'll play you what you said and I'll tell you what happens in the movie and then we can
Yeah.
talk. Oh, doggy, fucking looks huge.
Lilo.
Looks like a cow. Hi, Lilo.
Hi, baby, bro.
Aww. All right, what's next? Let's plan it before we get off.
What are we doing next?
We have 2 weeks. We have 3 weeks, so we need to
What
do
well,
something.
you wrote? Didn't we think of that at last lunch?
Because we planned this one. We planned Sense8, which went really well, and then we planned the Young Pope.
What happened? Oh yeah, Sense8, where we didn't have sound for me.
Yeah.
Play them a little clip right now after you edit it.
God, so embarrassing.
I don't know. What else could we do?
We can have just regular discussions.
Maybe we can try having a discussion while we're doing Battlefield.
Oh, dude. The Xbox is on this screen and it stretches it out, and it's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's super stretched out, but it's okay.
I want to get a setup kind of like that, but I don't.
You do it, but you don't.
I just want one computer. I want a badass laptop that I can take with me that's not too heavy. And then I want to be able to like put my laptop on my desk and automatically I can use this and that and my screen, my big screen with it. Like without having to hook anything up.
There is no such thing as far as I remember. Oh wait, there is.
It's gotta be.
You need to get a docking station, but those are
Yeah.
really iffy when it comes to Macs.
I know.
That's why, sometimes getting a PC doesn't hurt, man.
I freaking hate Windows.
Why?
Plus, I don't want a box. I don't want a computer laptop either. Actually, I don't want a PC laptop. That's just not gonna happen.
I don't know what you're saying. You said a whole bunch of things that cancel each other
I
out.
don't want a computer that's a box sitting anywhere.
You don't
in my
want a
house.
desktop.
I don't want a desktop computer.
You want a laptop.
I want a laptop computer, but I hate Windows.
Why? Because it's not like you have a lot of
because-
choices. You have Android,
it's-
you have Windows, you have Mac.
Because it's too customizable.
You don't have to customize anything.
I don't like it.
You can use it as Macs are intended. Get a Surface, and Surfaces are meant to be like Mac
Yeah,
competitors.
but the whole tiles thing, I'm not a fan of.
The tiles are gone.
Oh, what is it now? They tried the tiles for a little bit and realized
Yeah,
it sucked.
The tiles suck, so they replaced it with a new start menu. So the start menu has the tiles, but it's traditional Windows otherwise.
Yeah, not interested. I'm just not interested. But I might have to if Mac keeps freaking
Making
leaving-
shitty decisions.
Yeah, seriously. Anyways, I gotta go. I gotta go work.
See ya.
Good talks. Thanks for watching. The two people who were watching probably would never go back to this video because
Yeah, they're not going to get to it at this point. You should look at the graphs of how long people watch. Usually this point is when there's like 1 or 2 people watching.
well, how long did these people watch for? 3 minutes?
If you go to the analytics, the percentage of the people that get to the very end is very, very, very small. But that's normal though. That doesn't matter. Even if you're the biggest YouTuber, it's hard to get people to stick to the very end of your video.
Yeah.
Like
Alright.
if your percentage of retention is like 50%, it's unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it now?
Ours is probably something like 3 to 10%.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
All right, dude.
See ya. Bye.
Oh, we have to figure out what we're gonna do next. So, what can we do next?
Today is Monday, so we need to do it before Sunday. We need to actually have something done before Sunday is what I'm saying.
Well, we can also do the Star Wars thing where I tell you the story of the first trilogy.
No, that takes a lot. No, I'm saying just a regular discussion, not a project thing. Just a regular
we haven't
thing.
talked about current events in a while.
Let's do it. When do you want to do it?
Live or not live? No.
Live. Live is easiest. Live is the easiest thing for me. So we should try to
Why,
do as many things live.
so you can have it for later?
So I can have it for later. It doesn't take up space on my computer. The only actual like taxing thing on my computer is the CPU. So I don't have to worry about recording speed to hard drives. I don't have to worry about any of these things. It just broadcasts it live.
And when you edit something from, do you actually download that thing from Google, or
I
you
do.
have-
I download the 720p version from YouTube.
So when you upload something, it's not as good.
When live is 1080p that we're broadcasting to. When I download, it's 720p.
And you okay with that?
It looks fine.
All right.
Sounds good. Then let's do that.
I have to poop. See ya.
TMI, Nima, TMI.